Paddy Brown, I've just seen Justice League, and I've got one bloody question for you.
Tell me.
Where's Bobby? Where is he? Tell me! Hello everyone and welcome to the Bearded Geeks, the weekly grab bag of topics covering movies, comics, video games and TV. My name is Jages, I'm the Beardmaster of the Beardmaster League, maybe. With me today, my co-host Patrick Brown.
Hey, buddy.
How you going, mate?
Good, how are you?
You look a bit tired.
Yeah, pretty tired, a bit beat.
It's pretty late tonight, we're recording very late, so...
Yeah.
I've just been to the pictures.
The pictures.
And seen Justice League.
I wish I was there.
I was thinking about you. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I had a good time, right? We'll talk about that later.
Yep.
How you bloody going?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Busy week. It's been pretty busy.
Tell me about your life. What's happening? What's happened in the world of Patrick Brown the last few days?
Lots of...
I barely heard from you. I thought you was depressed. I'm like, this guy's depressed. I haven't heard from him. He hasn't even sent me his song choice for Drop the Beard.
Oh, yeah, I did I?
So you're just going to have to wing a pick today.
Yeah, I've got one in mind, I just scraped it in.
All right.
But yeah, no, it's been like Marvel's pretty heavy this week, and I've just been under the pump and just in the cave, mate. Just you know,
just do a Brian Michael Bendis and go to DC. Stretch your legs.
Yeah, yeah. It's
good
just
for
been but it's just been like pretty nuts and a lot of kids stuff too. Been trying to be the family man, all that kind of stuff.
I don't know anything about that.
Just been it's been busy all around. Like today was nuts. Like we had Mason's little friend Sonny come around and play and then Mason gets to the stage, he just turns into a big bully, and we're going to try and he's just crazy kid.
He's like, don't bloody touch my toys.
Yeah, he's in this real kind of phase at the moment where he defies everything, and he won't do what you say, and then if you tell him no, he'll tell you no right back and like 10 times louder. It's
go to your room.
So bad. But no, it's been a crazy week. Yeah. What about you? What have you been doing?
Well, you know how I bought a new TV?
Yeah.
Well, I bought another new TV because the new TV I bought was playing up. It was like, I don't know, it was faulty. I thought to begin with it was like the new Blu-ray player I bought, the 4K Blu-ray player.
Yep.
And because I had problems with the picture and the sound cutting out, like it would cut out like anywhere from like 2 to up to like 7 to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And it was a fucking drag. Like I watched The Martian 4K Blu-ray.
Yeah, yep.
And I was watching that, and that movie goes for like a bit over 2 hours, and probably watching that, it cut out like that probably 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah.
Watching that movie. I was on the phone to bloody Samsung. I was on the internet. I was on their message boards, their official website, and looking up everything and trying everything, different settings. HDMI handshake problems. Like I've never fucking heard of that before, but now I'm sort of aware of it. But and then I was just sitting there like I had the PS4 on, and then it cut out while the PS4 was on. I was like, fuck, it might be the TV. So then I looked up about the TV, and it was the same sort of thing, and people are just like, I've been trying to get this fixed for the last 2 years and it keeps happening. It seems to be Samsung model TVs like 2015, 16 and now 17, obviously, with mine.
So just a few duds around that.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know if it's a software or a firmware issue or something like that, but yeah, their TVs from the last couple of years seem to have this problem.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? I don't want to go through this shit. Like, I just spent all this money on a new TV. And then I just got like right to the bottom, and this one guy was like, I took it back and bought a Sony TV. Haven't had a problem since. So I did exactly the same thing. I took my TV back and I spent an extra $100 and I bought a Sony 4K TV.
Yeah.
And I set it up yesterday and haven't had a problem.
Yeah.
To any Samsung official peeps or anything that may be listening, like, sorry, but you got to sort your TV shit out. It's not good enough. I really like that TV too.
Well, look at my problem. That's all Samsung.
Oh, fuck it.
All my stuff.
I do not envy you.
No.
Your current problem.
No, for anyone who's not aware, it's like there's no sound, and then the repair people have gone through the Blu-ray, the TV has been gutted and repaired, everything's been gutted and repaired, still the same issue. So yeah, Samsung, I don't know. And now it's just a lost cause. No one knows how to fix it.
Yeah.
It's up in the air.
That's fucking insane.
Isn't it?
Well, I felt your pain the other day when I was going through all this. Like, I was like, oh, fuck it. I was like, anyway, I've had it for 2 weeks. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to take it back. So I went in and I seen him and I'm like, look, I got a faulty TV.
Yeah.
Can I bring it back in? Like, yeah, have you got it with you? I'm like, no, because I thought I didn't want to get here and you'd be like, oh, we have to get someone to repair it. I'll be like, fuck that, give me a new TV. And I had Richie with me, loose unit number 1, and he was like, fuck him. He's like, I'll tell him. He goes, oh, they should give you the TV for the same price, all the problems you're going through. He's like, yeah, I've had problems with all these Samsung TVs and that. He's like, fuck him. He goes.
That's Richie. Like that time when we're at Hog's Breath, I went to dinner with Richie. And,
oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and they spilt like mayonnaise or something on his shoe or something like that. And then
they spilt his beer, didn't they?
No, he was trying to get a free beer for it. It was like sauce or something on his foot, and it was on his shoes, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. And Richie's just like, called him over and asked for, there's the clean up and that, but he's like, oh, I want a free beer for that. And then they're like, oh, okay. See what we're doing. He goes, make it 2.
He's like, no, make it 2.
And I was just there putting my head down going, oh, I'm not with him.
Richie Craig, loose unit number 1.
But he got it. He got a beer.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, bloody
he got a beer out of it.
Yeah. We went to the pub and had a couple of beers afterwards yesterday, and there was this poster on the wall for like free beers. They're doing like giving away like 500 beers.
Yeah.
But it was like a Facebook thing. You had to like their page. And Richie was like, fuck it, I'm going to like their page and then unlike it straight away. And then next time I come back, I'm going to be like, hey, free beer. So him and I got a free beer and that. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good.
And I've set up all the Sony TV and that. And haven't had a problem with it. It's only been 24 hours, but yeah.
Oh, you'll be right.
The 4K seems like quite different. I don't know, like the 4K on the other TV, like when I just I put Planet Earth in for a reference. When I first put it in on a Samsung TV, like it was perfect, like it was crisp and beautiful and whatever. But now, like when I set this one up, I put it in for reference, and it seemed like the picture in that was off. It wasn't bright enough, so I had a bit of a fiddle around with it. And there's different like picture modes, like general, music, movies, gaming, HD, whatever.
Yeah.
So eventually I had a bit of a fiddle with it, and I've got it to where I like it, but the colours just seem like a lot deeper and a lot richer, like compared to the other TV. I don't know where I didn't have like it set up properly.
So it's a lot better. You like it more.
Yeah, you know how they advertise 4K and they're like, the blacks are the blackest black you've ever seen. Deep blacks, you know? Yeah. But yeah, like I really got that, like I put Pacific Rim in to get that, colour, because they're like those nighttime like fight scenes.
Yeah.
And there was the scene where Gypsy Danger gets tossed and he's flying through the air, and then he flips and he like crunches on the ground and he gets up and he starts to run. Yeah, like I watched that scene and like, the blacks and the colours and that like really pop. So
nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but the TV's got like that old school, like when you turn it off, it's got like that old school click on the TV.
Oh, really?
Like, you turn it off, it's like click.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Powers down.
Yeah. The menu in that's a bit like old school, but the Samsung one was quite nice. But yeah, Samsung, if you sorted your shit out, I'd still have your TV. Not good enough.
No.
Fix it.
They need to do something about it.
Anyway, aside from that, not much else has been happening in my realm.
Yeah.
Update on last week, that eBay auction with Logan. I actually did win that. It just, for some reason, it didn't pop up in my eBay like win thing for like 2 hours after it ended.
Yeah.
But I've got it now. It turned up yesterday, so it's in there. So
oh, you got it. Nice.
Might bloody watch that. Got a copy of Logan out there on Blu-ray if you want it, mate.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's all yours out there, buddy.
I might do. Well, I'm almost starting to think I should start upgrading to 4K.
4K.
Yeah, as well. I don't know.
Well, it's not a silly idea at the moment because I wish I thought about it like 12 months ago, and I'm just like, I wish I did it because, when you buy the 4K, you get the 4K Blu-ray, but you also get the standard Blu-ray with it.
Ah, that's good, yeah.
You spend that extra couple of bucks, but now I'm just like been replacing all these movies I bought. Like I had to rebuy like Spider-Man Homecoming, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these movies. So I was like, if I just bought it like from the get-go.
Yeah.
Anyway. What are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Anyway, I think we might just get straight into it.
Yeah, yep.
Time for Drop the Bid?
Drop the bid.
Drop the bid. Do you have a song this week? Because I actually don't have a song, but I'm just going to go back in time. And my song for this week, my favourite band of all time, Il Niño, How Can I Live?
Good
It's
one.
the song. It's got to be on
That
the
is
playlist.
a good song, yeah.
Oh, man, that takes me way back.
That's like one of my first memories of you. That song is like my first memory of you. Is just that one song.
Takes me way back to college.
College, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, back when you had your spiked up hair and yeah.
I had blonde tips, remember? I got blonde tips twice
Did ya?
in my younger life.
Oh, no.
And I went through that phase where I wore like Hawaiian shirts, remember?
Oh, yeah, you did.
I went through like that 6-month phase where I wore like Hawaiian shirts all the time. They were all the rage, yeah. Oh, the early
Vice City.
noughties. Yeah,
The Vice City times.
Oh, Vice City. God. The things that game did to us.
Yeah. Oh,
I just remember it.
That
You were
changed
just
my
like,
whole
You've got to
world."
get Vice City. You've got to get it. You bugged me about it for months until I finally bought it. And I was like, yep, this guy knows what he's talking
It
about.
changed everything about me as well. Like I before that game, I used to not really like any old classic, like 80s, anything, any songs or stuff that would come on the radio. I wasn't fussed about, like the 80s hits and stuff or the 90s and stuff. And then as soon as that game came out and you get immersed into it, I loved my favorite thing right now, even at this age, I'm into synth and like all the 80s retro kind of,
Oh, yeah.
that kind of genre of music. I still love like heaps just because of Vice City.
Yeah.
It's massive. Big
Absolutely.
impact. And all my drawing as well just changed after that.
Yep.
Just tried to follow all the art from the game covers and everything. And that was a big changer for me. I reckon that's probably what got me into digital art, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah, just wanted to match like their style, and then it just introduced me to all that stuff. So,
Grand
It's a
Theft
bloody
Auto
good
changed
game.
your
It
life.
bloody did, I'll tell you.
You got a song for me?
Oh yeah, my song is. I'm going to do the same as you. I was just thinking of it earlier. I'm going to go back and
Back in time.
I'm going to go around that kind of same kind of time.
Yep.
Reminds me more of when I first moved to Lonnie, I would say, and we moved into the new pad. So Chevelle, and I'm going to go Send the Pain Below. That's one of my favorite
that's a
songs.
fucking great song.
Yeah, really good
I
song.
love that song.
Yeah.
I do love Chevelle.
It just reminds me of like living the cheap and like getting, living on 2-minute noodles and
Spending all your rent money on beer.
yeah,
Yeah.
get like a $30 bloody case of beer and yeah.
Big slab.
Drink
Big
like-
dirty slab of coldies.
Those were the days.
Those were the days when we used to chip all our money together and just buy a slab of coldies for $30.
Yeah, can't believe how cheap beer was back then. I mean, it's like average is $50 now for a carton.
I don't even think I could drink a coldie now, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. I think I had one the other week for the first time in like 10 years, and I was like, "Whoa, this is different." Like I don't know. I still could drink it, but it was just
It's like drinking out of an ashtray.
Yeah, it's just so. It's I don't know what you would call it, really. Yeah.
The good old days.
Yep.
Man, we're getting old, aren't we?
We're
Jesus.
getting there.
Speaking of getting old and growing up, we forgot to mention Bobby and Haley had the baby the
Yep.
other day. When we recorded the episode, the baby had already arrived and everything, but Bob called me on the Friday night and told me that his phone had gone flat, like his phone didn't charge overnight, and he's like, of all the fucking days, my phone didn't charge. Anyway, everybody's good, everyone's happy and healthy and at home, and it all went really well, and yeah, pretty stoked, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went and he messaged I think it was yesterday. We popped around, had a look met the little one. Yeah. For the first time. It's so small. Yeah. Love newborns though.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Compared to your kid, he's nearly 3. He's 3 in like, what, 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah.
But he's like the size of a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
He's huge.
Yeah. I know. It's nuts.
He's going to be like 7.5 feet tall.
Yeah, he probably will. I reckon
Going to have to look up to him. Yeah.
He'll tower over me.
Yeah, bloody oath he will. Anyway, mate, we might go into the news
Okay. Yep.
for the week.
Let's do it.
But I haven't got this written down for the news, but I think we should talk about Star Wars Battlefront 2 just a little bit.
Yeah. Yep.
Controversy. Controversy everywhere about Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh, it's gone nuts,
It's
isn't
turned me off buying the game, although I do really want it. But I'm like, nah, fuck EA. I'm not giving them my money until the game's cheap, and then I'll give them my money.
it? It's rigged.
Oh, it's insane. Have you been keeping up with the whole EA?
Yeah, yep. If you look at those videos today, they had a couple of good videos out just explaining it, and I was just like, that is messed up. Like, the way they're going about it, no. And let's just hope that doesn't, like, stick. I think this is probably going to change things, actually, to be honest.
Absolutely. Like I said to you today, like, video games as we know it will never be the same, like from now on, like the ways. Let's go back to the beginning, to the whole microtransaction thing. It pretty much started really on consoles with GTA Online. People buying shark cards. Patrick Brown. See, this is actually all your fault. This is all your fault for buying shark cards.
It is.
Anyway, it turns out like Take-Two, Rockstar, pretty much half or most of the money they make every quarter now comes from microtransactions, from people buying shark cards, additional content in their game. This is why Rockstar focused on the multiplayer side, because they're like, hang on, we're making money off this. Let's not worry about the single player, because there's no way we can milk more money out of that. If we just keep adding additional content, we just have to make extra races, new cars, new things, new guns, new this, new that.
Yeah.
And GTA Online's great. Like, it keeps adding all this new stuff. But, yeah, it's more incentive to spend real-world money on in-game currency to buy new cars. That's why all these cars are, way too expensive. You have to grind way too long to earn money. And
hours and hours.
I actually said today, I brought this up with someone today at work, do you think this is the reason Red Dead 2 was delayed?
Could
for the
be.
6 or 7 months?
Could be, for mostly multiplayer. Yeah.
Because they're like, hang on, because this there was a article that came out the other day, Take-Two, who publish the GTA games and I think Mafia and heaps of other games like that. Max Payne and everything, pretty much everything that's Rockstar or whatever. They've pretty much come out and said that all their future games, every future game that they publish will have some form of microtransaction or, real world money paid for, loot boxes or in-game currency or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's going to change the entire, landscape of gaming, because I put it this way, Shadow of War that just came out, a couple of weeks ago or a month ago or whatever. Yeah. This is really, the first game that, sort of foreshadows the future, because they've taken a game, a game series, the first game, Shadow of Mordor, was fucking great. Great game.
Yep.
Really good game.
I love that game.
And I was really looking forward to the sequel, but what they've done is they've, I guess, EA or whatever, put the pressure on Monolith Studios, and they're like, we want to incorporate some form of microtransactions into this game, so with, loot chests or whatever. So now games are being designed to drag out, say, the single-player experience.
Yeah.
Designed to drag out the single-player experience or build it in a way where you have to grind to put those hours in.
Yeah.
Either, to make people say, what, straight away, I don't want to have to grind for, 40 to 100 hours or whatever to get everything in the game. I'm just going to go and spend real-world money and pretty much gamble on these loot chests. Or people, just playing... And that is totally going to affect the single-player experience of the game. These games will change. They won't ever be the same. Game narratives and that are, tight and condensed and whatever. It works for, Overwatch and stuff, because all the loot chests and everything and that, it doesn't affect anything in-game. It's just, it's all cosmetic. It's new outfits, it's new skins, it's new, poses and stuff, all that shit that they do and that. But, yeah, the thing with Star Wars Battlefront 2 is that when the beta came out last month or, the 5 or 6 weeks ago, there was a big controversy and stuff because they had a loot chest system in that game, but it was pretty much like a pay to win. Someone could, you could play the game and grind and earn credits and whatever and unlock all this stuff sort of naturally, or you could essentially just pay real world money and it's just randomized stuff.
Yeah.
And, you would, it's actually the stuff you would get a leg up in combat and it would unbalance the gameplay.
It's not fair. And it takes way too long as well to earn it naturally. GTA is probably one of the worst ones where you're spending hours and hours in missions and you only get you'll probably get $100,000 in an hour, and when the thing you want will be worth 2 million, 3 million even, and that would just take way too long. So
and it's pushing you to spend the money you've got in your wallet on those cars,
and especially when they just release a nice flashy new update and it's got this awesome car and
this brand new plane.
This is where I get excited and I buy them because I'm I could spend I just don't have the time either to play games. And
that's exactly right.
That's another thing why people would do it. So people like me, I'm like, I got no time. I kind of really want that car right now, so I'll fork out the money to get a shark card. But it's just too nuts to earn. I mean, did you see that thing I put on Facebook earlier? This is about Star Wars.
Yeah, I'll just elaborate just a little bit further.
But this one just says, in that game, this is another thing for grinding, I mean, and it just says, I looked up the stat, and it said, unlocking everything in Battlefront 2 requires 4,528 hours, or you could just spend $2,100 and you'll get all that stuff.
To unlock all the stuff that's locked behind paywalls.
I mean, that amount of hours is just... I mean, who wants to sit there for that long and just unlock that?
Because what they've done in Battlefront 2 is... Now that the game's just come out, what they've done is, like, all in the multiplayer campaign, all the, like, the hero characters, so the Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Han Solo, like Kylo Ren, Rey, like, all these hero characters and that people want to play as are all locked behind a paywall in-game.
It's so messed up.
So this came out the other day, so each character... some of the higher end characters, so, like, Darth Vader will cost you 40,000 credits to buy. Now, the thing is, someone did the math and worked out that to unlock one character for that amount of credits would take about 40 hours of gameplay. That's just saving credits to purchase that character. That's not buying anything else toward your multiplayer character you're playing as. That's just saving up those credits to buy one of those characters.
Yeah.
So, everyone kicked up a stink. The next day, EA put out... statement and saying, that's absolute totally fucking bullshit statement. The reason why we've done this is because we want people to really feel a sense of pride and accomplishment when they've played for so long and unlocked these characters. And everyone's just like, get fucked. And that was the most downvoted or negative voted comment on Reddit ever in a day. It was like 600,000 thumbs down or whatever.
So how would you feel if you were a player who did that 40 hours and went through the pain of earning it, and then there's the guy next to you who's just gone and paid for it and got it straight away?
That's right, yeah.
Jumped around it, you know.
Spent real world currency on in-game currency to buy the game straight away. The thing about these characters is, like, if you spent 40 hours playing to get these credits, you unlock Darth Vader, you're playing a multiplayer match, okay, there's no guarantee you're even going to be good enough to get, because you have to build up like a certain amount of credits or points in the game, and then you get a chance to play as that character. If someone else is playing as Darth Vader, you can't play as that character because he's already on the field.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
So what EA did is, after this, like, this all happened in like 3 days. So EA turned around and they slashed the price of all the characters in the game by 75%. So instead of being 40,000, it's dropped down to 10,000.
Yeah.
Okay. What's actually happened as well, they didn't tell anyone this, but when you finish playing the single player campaign, which is only like 6 to 8 hours, and it's not even that good, apparently, you got credits. You got 20,000 credits at the end of the game, like, to spend in multiplayer or whatever. They've slashed that by 75% as well. So now you only get 5,000 credits.
Wow.
And everyone's like, what are you doing? This is bullshit. So people are like getting into EA on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, we've done that, but you've got enough credits so you can buy the main character in the single player campaign, Ivan Versio, or whatever her name is. And they're like, it's enough to buy her. But the guy was like, if you're saying that, why didn't you just make her unlockable? Like, once you finish the campaign, you unlock her for the multiplayer mode. It's because they're just giving you enough credits. So, like, okay, you can play for another 20 hours or whatever to unlock enough, or you're just going to be like, oh, shit, I'll just buy this little credit pack here that's going to cost me $22 or whatever, say, for example, and then I'll have enough credits with some left over to buy a character. Boom, done. Yeah. But then also, there's an arcade mode in the game, so you can play offline. You can play the mode sort of on your own. You don't have to worry about that competitive edge, playing against other people, earning credits. Yeah. You still earn credits in that, but you probably earn, 2/3 less. So you don't earn as much, but you can just, like, keep playing that. Now they've put, like, a timer on there. So if you earn so many credits for the day, it'll cut you off and be like, you can't earn any more credits for, like, another 3 hours.
Isn't that messed
tomorrow.
Up?
So there's only a certain amount. So they're trying everything they can to make you spend your own money on this. Because this is where these game publishers, That's where all the money's coming from. Take-Two put out a statement the other day for their last quarter, like the last 3 months of their earnings, 48% of their earnings of the last 3 months came from microtransactions. That would just be shark cards.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
I know.
So now I'm just like really dirty. I'm just like, the only way we're going to stop this is if we don't support these games, if we don't buy them.
Yeah.
But I really wanted this game, but the last few days, the last weeks, just made me really fucking dirty on it.
It'll never happen either, because everyone will buy it still. Like,
I know.
It's Star Wars. I mean, everyone's going to
That's exactly right. Like, even like all these Twitch videos and that we've seen today, it's just, these people, they still buy the game, but they'll complain about it and they'll do videos and shit. But I'm like, you still bought the game, dude.
Yeah. Just how buggy it looked as well. There's one of those videos. It's just, it's probably only showing just the problems, obviously. I mean, it looks like a great game still. Like, there's a lot of, like, the graphics are pretty good.
It's just like any game that comes out, man. Day one, it's going to have bugs and shit. Like,
it looked real, didn't really sell it too well, but especially all this stuff that's going on.
They'll just patch it out. But I mean, this is not a good looking trend for the future, because like, we've always known that Red Dead 2 will have some form of microtransaction. We just assumed it would be the same as GTA. There'd be Red Dead Online. They would have their own version of shark cards in that. They would probably totally revamp it, so there'd be more things for you to spend your real world money on.
I just really hope that they don't make it too hard to earn, like, because I want to be able to do things in the game and earn it. I just hope they're not too impossibly hard like they do with GTA. It's just too much smashing out hours worth to earn this one little thing, you know. I hope they kind of half it at least, or make it a lot easier. It's more fun that way.
That's the thing for like people like myself. Like, I don't play online multiplayer games on my own. Like, I don't find that fun.
Yeah,
I don't like being on that. I only play with like you guys. Like, when we tee up a night, we can all jump on. Yeah, and we'll jump on GTA and we'll just fuck around for 6 hours and just do some heists and stuff. Like, that's fun. And then I'll spend some money, and then we'll just run around, kill each other for an hour and stuff. And that's a lot of fun. Like, I don't like playing on my own in those games. I would rather like a rich single player narrative that I can sink my teeth into. And even if there's like, you know, I love games that have like a new game plus feature. Yeah. So like the Evil Within 2, like, I played through that. I unlocked so many guns. I've leveled them up so much. Boom, I can start a new game with all those guns and all those upgrades I've already got. So I can run through, and I'm a fucking like demon killing machine and shit.
You can enjoy it 10 times more the second time around.
Yeah, it's more. It's more fun, and I've got that sense of pride and accomplishment because I've done so much already. Yeah. But you know, this is a very worrying trend for the video game industry.
Let's just hope
and for us gamers.
Yeah, exactly.
The consumers. But this is all your fault, Pat, because you bought too many shark cards.
That's all my fault.
That's all your fault. It's people like you that put us in this situation. I will admit, though, I did buy one shark card. Yeah.
It's tempting, isn't it?
Because the jet was on sale, the Harrier jet or whatever, and I wanted it. And I was like, I only need so much more money.
And then they do that
If I just buy the cheapest shark card, I can get it.
And they're like, if you buy this shark card now, you'll get a $3 million bonus or something like that. Yeah. A few more million onto it. And I'm like, ooh, between this date. And that's like, I have to get it.
And it tries to tempt you in.
Yeah.
I know. It's ridiculous.
I'm a sucker for that. I just love GTA so much. That's my thing. I've just always been like a massive fan.
But Red Dead is and will be my GTA, because I fucking love westerns. I love riding around on horses. I love pistols and lassos and trains, and
it just looks so good too.
Taking a week off work when that comes out. Fuck it.
And you know that game will go for the next 5 years strong. Like, that's one of those games that'll last and always look good. Like,
the amount of stuff they would have learnt from GTA Online from the last 5 years and just implement that into Red Dead Online, they'll just take off. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to like day one or whatever it being real buggy. So I'm just going to be like, I'm just going to play a single player campaign for the next 2 weeks. And then I'll jump over to multiplayer. Hopefully you patch some of that out by then. Because, you know, the servers will just be shit. Yeah. Like from day one. Because everyone will try to get on it. And it'll crash like all the servers always do. All these multiplayer games on day one. Yeah. Anyway. I don't know, man. It's really worrying. I know. And like, this is another reason why I haven't been tempted to go back to Shadow of War. Like, I really want to play that game, but I just can't. Because just like talking to you, because you played a bit further than I have, I've really only played for probably 2 or 3 hours. I'm still like in the tutorial section at the beginning, like trying to 100% everything, but I'm just like, you know, it's all like, you know, raid this bloody city or whatever, and then like, okay, now you're being attacked, you got to defend it, and it's just like, repetitive.
It's very much the same. A lot of it is repetitive, and that's what kind of made me not really pick it up again. I enjoy it; it's a lot of fun, but the only thing that isn't repetitive is kind of like all the new bad orcs, like the big crime. Sorry, what are they called? The warlords and stuff. They all look different. There must be like 150 or 200 different kind of leaders that all look different names, different voices, and that's kind of the cool thing.
You kill them and they all come back.
Yeah, you come across a new one and it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's what I like. But yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy that aspect of that game. I will have to try and put it in and go back to it, but I started playing The Witcher again yesterday.
Oh, yeah, nice.
For a little bit, and Horizon Zero Dawn sitting out there. I really want to get back into that. There are just too many games at the moment. I finished Resident Evil. I finished that off.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, awesome. It didn't take me long. It only took me like another hour or so. I finished the game.
Did I tell you I got through Mario Odyssey? Told you that?
Yeah, you did. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, we did,
yeah. Have you played it any more since? Or?
Yeah, I have. It's
right.
really fun to keep going with it.
Just pick it up and just keep going?
You unlock more levels as well, which is insane. I thought the game was done, but there's still more new areas and like little worlds to go to. Like I'm on the moon at the moment, and then
that's awesome.
And after you get a certain amount, you get 250 moons, and like the stars that you're supposed to collect, and it unlocks the dark side of the moon, and you go around the other side of the moon, and it's like all these big boss battles,
like a whole different kind of level.
And it's hard. Like that boss battle is insane because it's like in tiers. You get one, and you only get one life. So if you're dead, you got to start it all from scratch. Even if you're up to like the 6th boss, and you have to go right back to the beginning and kill all the others again. Yeah. It's really hard, but that's Mario for you. They like to make it a bit challenging. So yeah.
All right, we might jump into the rest of the news, eh?
Yeah,
you reckon?
Yep, go for it.
I haven't got much here today. I'm just keeping the episode a bit shorter, but I just ranted about Star Wars for like 20 minutes. It'd be a regular length episode, I reckon.
It's good.
Anyway, the Jurassic World screenwriter, Derek Connolly, has been hired to write the Metal Gear Solid script for the Metal Gear Solid film, which is teed up to be directed by Jordan Vogt Roberts, who directed Kong, Skull Island.
Oh, yeah.
Derek Connolly also worked with him he wrote the script for Kong, Skull Island as well, which is a really great movie. Really fun, silly monster movie. It was a lot of fun, that movie. I had a great time with that, but yeah.
I really hope that the Metal Gear Solid movie happens. Like, you always hear about these kind of things, and then a year later, they're just, it's like, cancelled. It's not even going to happen. Who would you see as being Snake?
Oh, God, don't ask me that question.
An actor. I kind of know who I picture a little bit.
10 years ago, I would have said Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. I actually picture, sorry, I don't remember the actor's name, but Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones. He's...
Oh, Nikolaj Coster-Waldau.
Yeah. He's got that look, and he's got the same kind of face, and he could pull that
He'd make a
off.
fucking good Liquid.
He would. He really would.
Give him that Jaime Lannister blonde hair, he'd make a great Liquid Snake.
He would be great. And I also said he would be a really good Geralt for The Witcher. You know?
Yeah, I could see that as well.
You see him in Game of Thrones when he's grown that thick beard. They've done some side-by-side comparisons, and he looks almost exactly like
Geralt for me, though, is Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't see it in him at all.
Yeah, I see Geralt.
I really don't.
Yeah. Yeah,
I love Mads, but I just can't picture him as him. He has that essence about him or something, doesn't he, though? He really has that character about him. I can tell that he would play that well, but looks-wise, I can't picture it. If
you watch, like, Valhalla Rising, he's got some Geralt in him in that movie. He's pretty badass in that movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, Metal Gear. Jordan Vogt Roberts is a massive, massive Metal Gear fan. Like, he's the biggest, like, Metal Gear fan ever. He spent, I don't know, I think he said he spent like a couple of months just working on like this Metal Gear Solid like encyclopedia. Yeah. Like of what he would do, like, and he gave it to like the studio and stuff. He's like, I don't even care if I don't get the job or you don't want me for it. I just want you to like take all this into account because this is what, this is what the series is, like the game is, this is what would work, this is what you would have to cut, like this is like, and he just like narrowed it all down. He wrote like this massive, I don't know, it was like 100-page fucking thing or something like that, and just gave it to the studio. He's like, even if you don't want me, he's like, still like use this is like what you need to do.
Yeah, awesome.
I think I've got a quote here from him. He says, it's a movie I fought tooth and nail to try and attach myself to because it is potentially the most precious property on this earth to me, and is one of the most tricky and idiosyncratic properties on the planet. Which he's not wrong. To me, Metal Gear Solid is not just a great video game. Like I said, I think it's a great story. I think it's a great story and a work of art.
Yeah.
And a great, like, singular voice on this planet in terms of media. So my goal right now is to sort of work and make sure that we're having the best version of that so that fans and everyone can sort of experience the brilliance of Hideo Kojima's work.
Yeah.
Like, Metal Gear for me, when I was growing up, like, it was my bread and butter. Like, every new Metal Gear game, like, I was all over it.
You bled Metal Gear.
I bled Metal Gear. Not so much anymore. Like, part of me, like, wants to go back to the Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
And play some more of it. But, you know, just everything that sort of happened. And Konami, like, having their big fallout with Hideo Kojima, and the game was pretty much unfinished. It was released unfinished. Like, there were, like, extra missions and that at the end that, like, really sort of tied up the game and tied it up really well. Yeah. But they were just like, nah, you're going over budget. We're going to cut it, you know, tie up the game here. And so he pretty much had his hands tied, and it's like, the game's unfinished.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And let's not even talk about Metal Gear Survive, so...
Oh, yeah. That's like a whole new thing now, isn't it?
I know, right? Yeah.
Nothing to do with anything we know, is it?
Not really. It's just they've taken the whole Metal Gear. They made a zombie game and tried to sell it as a Metal Gear game.
Look more like Resident Evil to me.
Yeah. Looks like Resident Evil 5 or something like
5.
That anyway.
That's what I thought.
Anyway, this is another piece of big news for the week. This is massive, actually, news.
Tell me, mate. Tell me.
Lucasfilm has announced a brand new and original Star Wars trilogy to be headed by Last Jedi director Rian Johnson, and he'll direct the first installment. So this is going to be a totally new, original trilogy that's separate, standalone from the Skywalker saga that we're currently getting. But that's pretty exciting. Like, anyway, this is from Kathleen Kennedy, who's the president of Lucasfilm. And she said, we all loved working with Ryan on The Last Jedi. He's a creative force, and watching him craft The Last Jedi from start to finish was one of the great joys of my career. Ryan will do amazing things with a blank canvas of this new trilogy. So, that's pretty exciting. Like, he did such a good job. They're just like, here, man, we want you to do a whole new trilogy.
Yep.
That's fucking insane.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Last Jedi's going to be the goods by the look of it then.
Yeah.
I love me some Star Wars.
Oh, you love it, don't you, mate?
This is big. New Star Wars trilogy.
I've never been a huge Star Wars fan, but only recently caught on to a bit more. Like all these, since they've made their comeback, I'm kind of catching on to it a lot more and enjoying them. Yeah. Not too bad. But yeah,
I love Star Wars, but yeah. I don't know. There's no dates or anything when that's going to come or when they're planning it, but yeah, it's coming.
Yep.
More Star Wars. Not Star Wars Battlefront 2. Fuck that game. This is big, mate. I put this on here just for you.
Oh, yes.
Because I know you love it.
Yep.
You're froughing at the mouth already.
I know what you're going to tell me.
I haven't even started talking about it.
I know what you're going to tell me.
Derek Kolstad, who's the writer, the creator of John Wick, wrote John Wick, the first John Wick film, and is currently writing John Wick Chapter 3.
Yep.
He's developing a TV series based on the hit video game franchise Hitman.
Yes.
For HULU, the streaming series service HULU.
Yeah.
HULU is hoping that this will be a flagship television series for them and their service. So that's interesting.
That's exciting for me. I was stoked when I saw that. I was like, yes! And especially John Wick, you know, just the creator of that. So.
To get like a hard edge, like, because they're really great stories. Like those worlds like he created, like in that script. Yeah,
because there's something about, if it is similar to John Wick in a way, I hope it's not too action, like too crazy, like as in full like jumping around and nuts like the other one, which were the other flops. But
flops.
But like there's something about John Wick, those movies, that I found really not too far-fetched. Like they're really fun to watch, and he's badass as hell. Like he's really good and fun to watch.
They're kind of over the top, but at the same time, they're very plausible.
At a good level. It's not too stupid and like ridiculous. It's just like a really good, well-executed action movie, you know.
I rewatched John Wick the other day on 4K. Fuck, that's a good movie.
Because he actually seems really professional too. Like, so it's kind of like, that could, if he's that good, then yeah, you kind of believe that he is that good of a hitman. So if they do that with the new Hitman series, then
what would you want out of a Hitman series? Because
I
heard what did you think actually of Absolution? Because I heard that a lot of people felt that was like a sort of misstep. Apparently there was like all these leather, like gun-toting nuns and stuff.
Yes, yeah, that was the stupid part of it. Absolution was, they had good moments, and it looked great, but yeah, they went pretty silly with the
villains and stuff.
Yeah, they went too far fetched. Whereas I miss it being more of a, like, as if it was real,
It's real, like, low-key, assassin-y. You get your sort of mission specs.
It's more authentic, like, as if
and then you've got to, like, there's a guy in this hotel. You got to get in there and you got to kill him.
Yeah, it's like, that's some really memorable, like, Blood Money was the best game.
That was the one Hitman game I played from start to finish.
Like, that moment, one of my favourite missions was, I think it's Las Vegas, and you're just, like, you can go to the top one of the apartment rooms, and the way to get there is just crazy because you're taking down bodyguards and taking their outfits and pretending to be one, and then
I do remember that, and you can climb around, like you jump out of the window, and you
get
climb
outside,
across the edge of the building and stuff,
and then you get to the top and you can snipe down, like, hey, it's a fair way off, and you get to snipe down into like another window way down, and it just seemed really real, like it was real life. But when they start throwing in things like like those crazy killer nuns that jump around doing like cartwheels and stuff, they were pretty nuts. But yeah, what I would want in the series would definitely be keep it authentic and like more real, gritty, but more stealth. I want more like
low-key,
professional stealth kind of stuff. That's not too much crazy action.
Just want to try and capture that tone.
Yeah, low-key, keeping it real. Nice and simple too. Nice grounded kind of story. Nothing too big and crazy. Just
ridiculous, over the top.
Yeah, just nice, and that's what I would want. Yeah, that's what
it would be great to see like 47 as this kind of like a John Wick, kind of like a boogeyman kind of character. Like, all these people are being killed, but they're like, we don't know who it is. There's by this guy. We've got like this one rough photo of like the side of his head. Like, who is this guy? He's kind of a boogeyman.
That's
He's kind
exactly
of like
what Hitman is.
A mythical sort of apparition kind of thing.
Because in Blood Money, that was what I loved about that game. Because Hitman 47's hideout is actually it's just this dinky little basement that you wouldn't know where it is, and it was really cool. We had all these guns stored in there. And the thing about that game was every time you finished a mission, the goal was to be complete stealth. That's where you get the best ratings. And there was news articles, and if you ever made it into an article, then you weren't good enough. That. You weren't good enough. Like, it was like, you have to be, it's like going to look like an accident. Like, you were never there. And that was the best part.
Yeah.
So you basically are the boogeyman. Like, you go around, you do all these hits, and you never existed. That's the point. And that's what I want out of a series. That's what all fans want too. That's all they ever want, is just something that's like, he needs to be not known and not in the open,
I got to get this new Hitman release.
Oh,
I have to get it, yeah.
I loved it. All the episodes. That was so fun.
New episode every month, wasn't it?
Yeah, every month or so, probably every 2 months even. I played them all and absolutely loved it. There was a couple of levels there. There was one or two that was very James Bond-like even. It was like, not in the crazy way. It was still very, you do it very quiet and stealthy. You get through it, but you go in this underground bunker, and there's like a nuclear bomb there being worked on, and you go around all these scientists with hazmat suits and stuff. And it's nuts. And then there was all these other really cool levels.
A lot of people complained about that game. I was one of them, like, when it first came out, because it's like, they're releasing like one episode a month.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you play it for like an hour and you'd be done, and that's it for the month. But then I hear from like a lot of people, and I've seen from like a lot of different places, and that like people complained about the one episode a month, but it was actually really good because the levels were so big and they were all so varied that you could play it for a month and do it different every single time.
Very replay value was great, like going through and doing new.
Just
there
the
were even
options.
New targets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually got quite used to it and enjoyed it after a while. I didn't like it at first either, the idea of it. But overall, when it's done, it's just like, then once it's out, it's basically a full game. So, yeah, really, really cool.
Yeah, I think I want it.
The story was great too. And yeah, really well done too, that game. And
Anyway.
there's another one apparently coming.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah, I read an article about the makers are doing another Hitman game, so that'll be happening soon.
License to print money, those games, eh?
Yeah. That'd be good.
And a final bit of news. This was one of the fun ones of today.
Yeah.
We got our very first teaser for Deadpool 2.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the first probably minute and a half. Look, it was a 2-minute trailer, but like most of it was a big takeoff of like Bob Ross.
So good.
So it's got Deadpool there and he's wearing jeans. He's got like a white shirt and he's just got like this big afro, Bob Ross afro over his mask. And he's going through all the colours, and all the colours have all got stupid names like Betty White and Soylent Green, Men in Black.
Yeah, it was so funny.
And he's like, I'm just going to now beat your brush. He's like, you beat it like it owes you money.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, and then he's talking about the snow-covered thing. He's like, I can't even remember how it goes. I watched it like 4 or 5 times.
He's
but
like, I love cocaine.
He's just like, I love cocaine. He's like, I'm so fucking high right now.
Because it's supposed to be like the 60s or something. Like.
Yeah. And he's painting a tree. He's like, we just paint this one tree. And he's like, here's a good tip. He's like, don't eat the paints. He's like, I've tried it. He's like, I know what I'm talking about. And then it cuts to just this big montage of stuff from the movie, like jumping through a car, and he's like throwing a chainsaw in the air and popping out of a coffin, and another Hitman sort of thing, popping out of a coffin, and that it looks nuts,
really good,
and it looks a lot of fun. But you probably haven't heard this though. On 20th Century Fox's official website, they've released a synopsis for Deadpool 2.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it's not an actual synopsis for the movie, but once you hear it, you're like, that is so Deadpool.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll read it to you. I have it here. Okay. After surviving a near-fatal bovine attack, a disfigured cafeteria chef, Wade Wilson, struggles to fulfill his dream of becoming Mayberry's hottest bartender while also learning to cope with his lost sense of taste. Searching to regain his spice for life as well as a flux capacitor, Wade must battle ninjas, the Yakuza, and a pack of sexually aggressive canines as he journeys around the world to discover the importance of family, friendship, and flavour, finding a new taste for adventure and earning the coveted coffee mug title of World's Best Lover. And it's just so nuts, and I would expect no less from like a Deadpool synopsis.
Yeah.
Sexually aggressive canines.
It's just like he's got a hold of the keyboard and he's
like,
here's
just
the
run with it. But if you haven't seen that Deadpool teaser, just go watch it, because we're actually real big fans of like Bob Ross, and just sitting there, like if you just want to have like a chill night and just like watch something real calm and soothing, just put on an episode of Bob Ross, The Joy of Painting. Yeah,
I put it on for Mason. Well, I used to a lot. Just watching him paint, Mason would love it, and he'd just sit there and just watch the whole episode.
Kate and I, like, if we watch a movie or something and then like there's nothing else to put on, like we're winding down before we go to bed, we just put an episode on, like before we go to bed, and watch a 25-minute episode.
Isn't it great that like now that he's appeared in a Deadpool trailer, and that's going to be a thing now. It's good for Bob Ross. I know he's not around anymore, but man, he's just going to be. Everyone's going to be aware of him now. Aware of him, like. Yeah, and
they even got the music and everything. That that was such a good trailer. I'm gonna have to watch that again in a minute. But yeah, that's all the news.
Awesome.
So we might talk about our main topic for today. This is just one that I'm going to be talking about because I'm the only one in the room that's seen it. And it's going to be non-spoiler too, because Pat hasn't seen it, so I don't want to spoil it for him.
I was going to go on the mandate with you, wasn't I? But I just couldn't.
Too much work.
Too heavy. Like, this week's been pretty crazy,
So, Patrick Brown, I went to the cinema earlier and I saw Justice League. Would you like to hear about it?
Tell me about it, man. I'm very curious.
All right. So I might just look at my review sheet up here.
Oh, here we go.
First impressions. Obviously, like anyone, I was worried. I was excited, but also had that little bit of niggling worry in the back of my mind, you know.
Like another Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman's reception, all that sort of stuff. Let me just start by saying that probably out of all the DC movies, Man of Steel is my favourite.
Yep.
Like I've said, I would defend that movie until the day I die, but it just everything in that movie, just the scope, Superman, like the sense of hope and that Hans Zimmer's like score and stuff. It just gets me. It pulls on my heartstrings.
Yeah.
I'm just a big bloody softie, and just love Superman. He's awesome. But anyway, love Batman v Superman. I love the Ultimate Cut. The Ultimate Cut is the better version of the film. Should have been released in the cinemas straight off, but well, what are you gonna do? Suicide Squad, just a mess. It's a mess. It was a mess. And Wonder Woman was great. I really loved Wonder Woman.
Yep.
Not a perfect film, but a great ride, great fun. Definitely the best thing that DC put out to date. But now we have Justice League. It was fucking great. I had a really good time.
Oh, really? Yeah,
this was a 2-hour movie. Because Batman v Superman was like 2.5 hours. Suicide Squad was, I don't know, however long it was. And Wonder Woman was nearly 2 hours and 20, I think. But honestly, man, I had a fucking great time with this movie.
Yeah, good. That's awesome.
I don't know, man. What can I say? I'm drawing the blank again.
Is it because you had low expectations and then
No, it wasn't that. It was heads and shoulders above like Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I think because Wonder Woman felt like that was a movie we'd seen before, with like the Phase 1 Marvel movies and stuff, so your Captain America's, even your Doctor Strange, those origin movies. It felt like we'd seen it before. And the villain at the end, the villain ended up being quite sort of generic and, CG and whatnot. Steppenwolf, the villain in this movie, he is, he's not the greatest villain. This movie's already getting some bit of a hard time on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff, but if anyone like was going to go see this or was sort of judging it by that Rotten Tomato score, I'd be like, just fucking totally ignore that score and go and watch it, because I loved it. I had a great time. I took Kate. I asked her when it was done. I was like, what did you think? She's like, yeah, I really liked it. The only bits she didn't like was like the sort of CG stuff, like the parademons and Cyborg. She's like, I just knew it wasn't real, so it just sort of didn't sort of like grab onto those sort of scenes and stuff. I actually really love Cyborg in this movie. Yeah. Victor Stone. I thought he was great. Like he's real conflicted. Like he's been completely changed and he doesn't know like what's happened to him, and he doesn't know sort of he's just sort of learning about it every day. There's this one little scene in there where he's just saying, he's like, every day, he's like, I wake up different. And he like activates like his ankle, like his jet boosters, and then like drops back down on the ground. He's like, yesterday I couldn't do that. He's like, but today I can. He's like, every day. He's like, I'm changing. He's like, I'm upgrading. He's like, every day. He's like, I'm getting all this information. He's like, I don't know how to sort of process it. Yeah, it's like an alien language in my head. He's like, I'm trying to work it out. But yeah, man, like the character interactions in this movie are really great. You can really pick sort of the reshot scenes.
Oh, really?
Like some of the funnier lines in that, and I was like, that's a Joss Whedon line. Batman has like this one joke
thrown in kind of stuff.
No, it all works though. Like it all works. Yeah. Like Batman has this one joke probably 2/3 of the way through the movie, and I was like, that's a real Joss Whedon line right there. That's a reshot scene. Yeah. The story is pretty much your typical sort of superhero fare. Big baddie comes from another planet, mother boxes, world-ending thing, MacGuffin. Everyone's got to stop it. It's going to be the end of the world. The world's going to be wiped out, and it's just going to be like reshaping into this new planet for the bad guys or whatever. Yeah. So like stuff you've seen before. Yeah. I didn't really feel like, when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, this is a plot like I've kind of seen before, but it didn't bother me at all because it was sort of new enough. It was different enough. Like it was a DC sort of, it was great because, we had Amazons, we had Atlanteans, we had the humans, we had flashbacks. Yep. We may have even had a Green Lantern in the movie in a flashback. Yeah. In a flashback. But yeah, it was great. Like I really loved it. I had a good time. Yep. Yeah, it was fun. I would definitely say go out and see this movie because it's great. Like I would love people to support this movie because I would like to see what they could do. Like, DC is still, like, picking up, like, from all the sort of backsteps and that they've had. But you know what? This is a big step in the right direction, this movie. Nice. Like, it's not 100% perfect, but, like, some of the parts, like, it's just real sort of throwaway. Like, I can, like, just ignore that. you know, or I can just like push that to the side. I'm okay with it because the meat, the whole of the picture, like I really enjoyed. Like it's not too long. I think the stipulation for the reshoots, because I think they did like $100 million worth of reshoots.
Oh yeah.
But one of the stipulations for that was like it couldn't be it had to be under 2 hours. It had to be a 2-hour film or less. Yeah, I really loved all the character interactions. Everyone sort of got their own time to shine. There was enough sort of time for everyone. It would have been nice if they had just a bit more. Aquaman is not, I wouldn't say he's not too heavy on being like a dude bro, like a surfer dude bro.
Alright.
I actually really liked Aquaman. He had like one of the best gags in the movie was one of his, and I actually really loved it. We all laughed at that. It was really great. Yeah, I loved them all. Barry Allen as the Flash, he's just like this nervous, like anxiety-ridden like kid who's just like tripping over his feet all the time. Yeah. He's the fastest man in the world, but he's real clumsy and trips over his own feet and all this sort of stuff. And like he's never really fought sort of anyone before, so it's all new to him. He's got like all these problems, like I'm scared of water and I'm scared of bugs and all this shit. And he's just like a normal sort of anxiety-ridden like younger man and stuff. But
cool.
Yeah, I really had fun with this movie. Yeah, nice. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it at all. I really actually liked this movie. I had a really good time.
I'm going to go see it sometime soon. Hopefully on the weekend. So
yeah. I might go with
I'm looking forward to it, I reckon Sunday I might go. When it's quiet.
Yeah. We had one guy, like the movie was starting in the previews and they started to play like all the fucking car ads and shit and advertising for the cinema, like buying your cinema card for Christmas or whatever, your voucher. And you could hear this one guy coming up the steps and he's like, fuck yeah! Fucking Justice League! I'm fucking pumped! He's going yelling at the top of his lungs. And then he walks in and he's walking past and everyone's like looking at him. He's walking down the aisles. He's like tapping people in the arm. He's like, are you pumped? I'm pumped. Oh, I'm fucking pumped. And then he was yelling like right at the end and stuff.
Annoying.
I felt like the visual effects in the trailer, like the scenes where Aquaman's like on the Batmobile and stuff and the sky's all red and stuff, it was a bit more full on in those trailers than it is in the movie. It's a little bit tapered down. It's still very CG ridden. One of the problems with this movie is it still has that, not that I'm pointing the finger at Zack Snyder directly, but it still has that sort of, it's very sort of CG backgrounds, like you can sort of tell like the composites and stuff.
Are there like movements of figures as well that you might say would look a bit too, like, you know, like ragdoll figures or whatever, they're fake, or like not a real person being thrown, or is it all?
Not really.
Yeah,
like,
cool.
I was a bit worried about Steppenwolf when he first arrived because he's a full CG character and he's like, you know, 9 or 10 feet tall or something like that. He's huge. And I was waiting for him to stand up so I could see his face because I'm like, this is going to be like another Ares from Wonder Woman. He's going to be totally CG and the CG in the face is going to be real bad. Yeah. But he's actually got like, you know, fleshy sort of tone and he's got, you know, eyes and mouth and everything. And he's just wearing a big, massive helmet. Yeah. But they've done like facial capture and stuff of like Ciarán Hinds, who plays Steppenwolf, does the voice in that of him.
All right.
So even though he was full CG, like he still had like, there was enough like emoting and stuff on his face and it's obvious CG, but it's realistic enough where I'm not going, oh, that's real hokey CG in the face and stuff. Like it wasn't too bad. Like it's super obvious. Obviously you wouldn't miss it from a mile away, but you know, for what it is, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, like it's obvious CG, but just like the face and the actual like flesh and the movements and everything in the mouth, it still looks quite good.
Yeah, good.
You know, it's not 100% perfect. It's probably like a 90, 95, 96% perfect. Yeah. But yeah, it's still pretty good for what it is.
Yeah, nice.
I really like the underwater looking CG, like Aquaman and stuff. He goes back to Atlantis. They've really picked up on like the underwater, like swimming and stuff. It looks real good. There's a couple of close-ups where he's like moving through the water.
Oh, yeah.
Looks quite good. There's only... I did read this thing because people were like concerned. They're like, in Atlantis, like how are they going to like communicate underwater and stuff? Like what's going to happen? You see Amber Heard, who plays Mira, who's like straight out of the comics. She looks amazing.
Yeah.
There's this one scene they have a dialogue interaction, but she like creates like this bubble which like pushes all the water out, so they're pretty much just standing like inside this bubble of water, like normally walking around, and they're just having a regular conversation.
Yeah.
And Arthur sort of walks around, he like runs his hand like through the water and stuff, and Yeah, it's still
cool.
quite good. But yeah, when Aquaman comes out, it'll be interesting to see sort of how they deal with that a bit more.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, I thought the CG was quite good. The Flash, he just runs really weird. There's a couple of slow-mo. Like, we've all seen the Flash TV series and how they sort of portray Grant Gustin running when he's, like, running at super speed. But when, like, Ezra Miller runs, I think they probably just tried to differentiate it a little bit because everyone's sort of seen that, so they tried to make it look... But there's a couple of scenes where he's, like, running. There's only probably, like, 1 or 2 in the movie because the rest of them are pretty close.
Yeah.
But the way he sort of runs, there's one distant shot where he's running, and it's really just, like, his arms and legs are just, like, flailing about, like, too much. Like, how can you be getting that speed, like, if you're running like that?
Yeah.
He kind of looks like a squid, like Octodad.
Oh, really?
Like, when he's running. Like, his arms is sort of just a bit, like, flailing around, like, rubbery too much.
Yeah.
But that was only, like, one sort of scene at the end of the movie.
You think if you're running that fast, it'd have to be dead straight, kind of, as close as you can be, all these limbs and stuff.
Obviously, because of all the promotion and the trailers and everything, we do get the return of Superman in this film.
Yep.
The way he does come back, it's kind of obvious, but there's a scene where he comes back, probably just after the halfway mark of the film, which is actually really good. I thought it was really good.
I was assuming that they'd just bring him back at the end, and because I hadn't seen him in any trailers or anything, and all the action's happening, and you never see Superman. Yeah,
well, he kind of comes back probably just after the halfway point.
Yep, that's good. Yeah, because I was hoping he would. I want to see Superman.
But there's a great sort of 5 to sort of 7 minutes in there.
Yeah.
Like just after he's come back, which is like really good. Like it was one of my sort of favorite parts of the movie.
Does he have like some really good action, like fight scenes too? Because I love it when Superman fights, especially in Man of Steel. That fighting style of the super fighting style, and like dashing around,
like Feora, where she's fighting all the military, and she's just like she sort of blink punches to everyone.
I just love seeing that. Do you have that kind of thing again? Can you see that?
No, it's real sort of hard hitting. Like Superman flies in and boom, big punches and fucking heat and vision and yeah, cool. What else have we got? Emotion and feels. Yeah, I did get a little bit. I get big. I always get like sort of a bit choked up in movies when there's like a big battle scene and people are fighting and it's like the bad guys are sort of starting to win, but then like all the backup like army rolls over the hill and I'm like, yes, here they come. I was like, those bits always get me and stuff. I'm like, yes, here they come. The backups arrived.
Yeah.
But there's another great scene like off that Superman scene, which is really good.
Yep.
And that was a nice bit of like emotional sort of payoff and stuff. But fuck, I gotta be honest, man. Like this movie, like for me personally, it wasn't like that bit was real good. Oh, that line was shit. Like it wasn't real up and down. It was real, just not like nice, steady level. Had some great sort of action and that in there. Yep. But you know, like I said, it's not 100% perfect, but. I really fucking liked this movie. I liked it more than I thought it would. Yeah. I had a great time. Awesome. I gotta be honest. Like, I didn't hate this movie. I liked this movie. Like, I loved Wonder Woman, and I probably had more problems with that movie than I do with this one.
Yep. Yeah, cool. Awesome.
What else have I got? I haven't really got a sort of any spoilers. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I will say, though, that there are 2 after-credits sequences. The first one's really good, a nice bit of fan service. I really like that one. But the second one, which is right at the very end of the credits, there is I've already heard one person complain about it, but there is a fucking great cameo right at the end of the end credits.
Awesome.
Anybody who's sort of been following the making of all these DC movies and got excited, when you see this, you'll shit. Yeah, it's awesome.
Would I know what it is? Or
you'll know straight away.
Yeah,
you'll know straight away.
Yeah,
I picked it. There was this character, and it was like you couldn't even see them, and it was night too. And I only saw like one thing, and I'm like, that's so and so.
Yep.
And then Kate's like, who?
I bet you I know who you mean.
But yeah, it was fucking primo.
Yeah.
It might not necessarily fit 100% in the tone of the movie. It is a bit of a setup for future sort of DC-ish stuff.
Yep.
But for what it was and what I've heard about and what I was expecting, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited now.
Yeah, I would say this again. Like, I'm really excited for this to come out in 4K now. To watch
Mandate.
this at home. Yeah, mandate. Let's go.
Book it in.
Sunday. Let's do it.
Get a chalk top.
Actually had Kate and I got like a big super combo thing. We got a massive popcorn and 2 choc tops, and we got the big drinks with the actual like Justice League cups and stuff.
Nice.
And she's like, get a choc top, I'll get a boysenberry and a salted caramel. And then she's like, I don't even think I want an ice cream. She's like, can you eat 2 ice creams? I was like, can I eat 2 ice creams?
Bonus.
And so I ate one, and then I opened the second one. I'm sitting there, and I took a bite, and she looks over, and she's like, have you already started the second one? I'm like, yeah.
Because you've got a second one, you can eat your first.
It's already starting to melt.
Because usually when you've got one, you take your time and you're like, okay, it's the only one I got. When you got 2, you're like, oh, just eat this first one like it's nothing. Enjoy it.
They had an ad at the beginning for Pennyroyal. Yeah. And I sort of nudged Kate, and I'm like, it's Dadland.
Dadland.
Like, what?
I love
Dadland.
Love Dadland.
I'm actually taking her on the weekend. We're going to go on Saturday. We're going we're going to Kingsbridge for lunch and a drink, and then I'll take her up to Pennyroyal and we'll get some ice cream and stuff.
Go rock climbing.
Yeah, go rock climbing. I actually, what I'm going to do for your birthday is, because we was looking up Pennyroyal.
Yeah. They've
got like all the ghost boat ride and stuff. You know, it takes like an hour to do it and whatever. And I'll be like, we'll get that for Pat for his birthday next year.
Yeah.
It's like $25 a head or something like that, but it goes for like an hour or so. And you go on like the ghost ship and stuff and whatever.
Oh, good. Yep. That'd be awesome.
I thought you'd love that.
Oh, I would.
Yeah,
I love stuff like that.
Yeah, what's my sort of final verdict for Justice League? Like, fuck, honestly, just ignore the reviews. I don't even know why people like look on Rotten Tomatoes. Just fucking watch it, make up your own mind, man.
Yeah.
Like, don't even listen to me. Just fucking go watch it, make up your own mind.
Is it like on par with Man of Steel for you?
Yeah, I know I have a real soft spot for Man of Steel. Yep. I love just Hans Zimmer's music. I love Russell Crowe as Jor-El.
Yep.
Kevin Costner and stuff, just the way that movie's put together. It's not like any of these movies, it's not totally perfect, but I do really love that movie.
Yeah.
I just wish that they just hadn't muted so much of those colours, because it looks amazing.
Yeah, it was. That was, back in those times, that's when they really toned it down, didn't
it
they?
Had to be, this was a serious Superman movie. This was straight after Nolan's, Dark Knight trilogy.
And he took all colour out, didn't he, almost?
Yeah. But progressively, as Superman appears in these movies, his suit is getting brighter in every one. It was a lot brighter in Batman v Superman, and the first shot, he shows up in this movie in, full Superman outfit. It's, bright blue. Yeah. Not, the brightest blue it could be, but it's a hell of a lot brighter than Batman v Superman. Oh, there's a massive fucking callback to Batman v Superman. It was awesome. I was like, oh, yes!
Did they, have a dig at themselves?
No, there was just, there was this play on a bit of dialogue from Batman v Superman. There was, a callback to that. Yeah, it was really good. I was like, yes! That was a great sort of throwback to that movie, yeah. I really fucking liked this movie.
Yeah, nice.
I really did. I had a great time. I'd give this 4 out of 5, easily. Yep. And I would watch it again.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
And there was one scene with Bruce Wayne. He's on a private jet, and the interior of the plane kind of looks like the Batcave, because all the walls and shit are kind of this grey, rocky colour, and they have this texture in that to it. They look like boulders and rocks and shit. I was like, even the interior plane looks like the Batcave.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's funny. The character interactions are really great. You can tell there's a few scenes where you can tell they tried to save CG money, where Victor Stone, who's pretty much 95% cyborg, and it's just his face half his face that's human.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scenes where he's wearing a pair of track pants and a hoodie, zipped up and the hood up.
Oh, right.
So you can save on that CG budget, but you got the red glow coming through his grey hoodie. So you're like, okay, they're saving on a bit of the CG budget there. They've got him wearing a hoodie and a tracksuit and stuff. But no, it's great. Love Wonder Woman. Loved Aquaman. Yeah, they really sort of played on Wonder Woman a lot in this movie, after Wonder Woman's success. Yep. You can tell the sort of stuff they've gone back and really sort of put in. And I think they've even leaned at making Diana the leader of the Justice League, in this movie.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because she sort of, sort of takes up the role. Bruce is, pushing the leadership role sort of on her, subtly.
Okay.
And she picks up on it. And she's like, I know you want me to be the leader, but, a leader has to, ask people to die, and she'd be willing to give up their lives and stuff.
Is that just because Batman's trying to get out slowly, because isn't Affleck trying to drop out?
Yeah, there was another thing the other day come out that Ben Affleck was asked about the Batman again, and he pretty much says, look, he's looking for the right time and the right moment to make a graceful exit. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just sort
I
of...
don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. Just,
No.
you're going to do it or you're not. Just
It's
stop saying...
It's like we just got Batman. We want more. We don't want him to gracefully drop out.
And it's fine when you're at Comic-Con and you've got, like, this new trailer to promote and you're going to be like, no, I'm going to be Batman forever as long as they'll have me. Like, in front of all these fans because you don't want to let them down or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like, when you're having an interview and stuff, just like, yeah, nah.
Nah.
I really do like Ben Affleck as Batman. There's just a couple of things he's done in this movie that just sort of takes him away from being, like, sort of as true to a comic Batman as he could be.
Yep.
Like, you know, Batman's, like, sort of always very stoic and very in control, you know. Even, like, scenes where he's, like, driving the Batmobile and he's, like, taking a sharp corner, he's, like, gritting his teeth and stuff. Like, Batman would never grit his teeth. He'd just, like, close-lipped. Just, like, he's always in control.
Do they ever... There's one thing I'm curious about, like, in Justice League. Do they ever, you know, battle damage on Batman? Does he ever, like, tear his, like, suit and you can see his skin underneath or something? Like, do they ever do that?
No, but they do touch on how Batman is actually, like, he's, like, the Flash is, like, superhuman, you know, he's fast, Aquaman's, like, superhuman, super tough, he's got Diana, he's surrounded by all these superpowered people, and he's the only human. Like, there's this one scene where they get back from a battle, and Diana walks in to see him, and he's, like, taking his costume off, and he sort of, like, pulls his suit up, and you can see he's, like, all bruised and damaged, and he's dislocated his arm, and all this sort of stuff, and... He's just like, cool. You know, she's like, you're getting, like, too old for this. He's like, I'm too old for it now. Like, he's, like, just mortal and stuff.
Because I was going to say, I've always been curious about, because in the suit, when he's wearing it, he is a tank. Like, he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but when it's off and he's Bruce Wayne, he's still built, but he's not that, like, he doesn't have that form. And I'm just curious to know if they're, like, when he's got the suit off, is he supposed to look massive? Like,
he's still pretty big. Like, you can still, like, tell his size and stuff. But I think they've definitely downplayed that on this suit because they really had that sort of molded, like, super, like, 12-pack and everything. But now it's sort of got, like, the 6-pack, but he's got, like,
armored, isn't it?
Like, the big square pieces, like, sticking out over the top. So you sort of don't have to show off that sort of super frame or whatever. But,
cool.
Yeah, I fucking love this movie, man. Yeah, it was great. Nice. I really had a good time. I liked it more than I thought I would have. I didn't really have any sort of problems with it. I had a great time. Like, I don't want to play it up too much for anyone, but for me personally, like, I had a fucking great time. I really liked this movie.
Yeah, nice.
4 out of 5. Solid 4 out of 5 from me.
That's good, yeah.
And I really liked Aquaman. He wasn't too much of a dude, bro. Or a douchebag, or just like, I thought he was pretty great,
Yeah, good. I'm excited to see it now. I really want to watch it.
I think that's it. I think we might wrap it up.
Sounds
nice
good.
And short and sweet. It's pretty late. I'm going to get to bed.
Yeah, I got to go and get some sleep, I suppose.
All right, mate. If people want to find you online, if they want to go back and look at some of your DC artwork, you've got some on there. You've got a nice Batfleck picture, which actually, I sent you a picture the other week. I saw some guy on Instagram.
Yeah.
The Batfleck, the Batman Bat-Affleck pic you did.
Yeah.
Some guy got it tattooed on his ass cheek.
Yes, I remember. I saw that. I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
And it was really good too. It was really good, like, actually, likeness of your work.
The ink work on it, the line work and all that, I looked at it, I thought, that's actually, like, I should have done mine like that. It was a little thicker and a little sharper around something. It was like, really looked good as a tattoo. Like, whoever did that did an awesome job. Yeah,
this guy got, like, tattooed, like, full-on tattooed on his left ass cheek. It's insane.
That is insane. If anyone wants to find me, they can look me up on my official website at patrickbrownart.com. You can go on DeviantArt and search for just Patrick Brown on there. You could find me. And on Facebook, my Facebook page is Patrick Brown Art as well.
Awesome.
Look it up.
And if you want to find the Bearded Geeks online, we're pretty much on all the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just search for the Bearded Geeks or Bearded Geeks Pod. You'll find us. You'll see our logo. If you want to check out our Drop the Beard playlist, just search for the Bearded Geeks or Drop the Beard on Spotify, and you can have a bit of a listen to all the tracks we've put in there so far for the year of 2017. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt, you can go to tpublic.com, search for the Bearded Geeks. And if you want to listen to the show, you can find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. They're the 3 places you can listen to the show. Next week, I think we're going to talk about The Punisher next week.
Oh, yeah.
Because The Punisher Netflix series started today. It dropped today. I think I'll start watching that tomorrow.
You'll smash the entire season in 2
I'll
days.
probably get through it by the end of the weekend, I reckon. Actually, no, it's probably like 13 episodes. It'll probably, take me a few days to get through it, I reckon.
Yep.
But might talk about that next week. Aside from that, not sure what else. We'll see how we go.
Should be good. Awesome.
Anyway, I want to thank everyone who takes the time to listen and to like and share and subscribe. Thanks to everyone who leaves comments, because we do get a lot of nice comments. But yeah, always more.
We love them.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Share it around. We're looking to do some new stuff. Maybe some new stuff in the new year after our break as well. But yeah.
We'll do an upgrade.
You'll find out about that. bit of a makeover maybe. But you'll see. Anyway, from all of us here in the Beard Cave, we'll say thank you very much, and we'll see you all next week on the Bearded Geeks.
Thanks, everyone.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey!